safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Hello there, and a warm welcome to Sussexful. I'm your host, Emma, and as always, a huge thank you to our amazing audience for being here. Before we begin, please like, comment, and subscribe to Sussexful, your go-to home for real stories, honest perspectives, and unwavering support for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now let's get into today's topic. Duchess Meghan is not Fergie. For years, the British media and royal commentators have tried to draw comparisons between Meghan Markle and Sarah Ferguson. But here's the truth they don't want to admit. Meghan is in a completely different league. Unlike Sarah Ferguson, who remained financially and emotionally tied to the royal system long after her divorce, Meghan chose her own path of independence. She built her career long before she met Prince Harry, as an actress, humanitarian, and advocate for women's empowerment. She's not someone who needs to lean on the monarchy or rely on its privileges to define her worth. The British media, on the other hand, cannot stand a woman like Meghan, a woman who refuses to play their game. They're terrified of her independence because it shatters the old royal narrative that you must depend on the firm to survive. Meghan is rewriting the story. She's showing the world that a duchess can have a purpose, a voice, and her own financial freedom. Meanwhile, the double standards are glaring. When Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, faced financial issues, the tabloids framed it as struggles or unfortunate circumstances. But when Meghan Markle builds her own brand, signs business deals, and creates opportunities for others, the same media calls her greedy or calculating. Let's be honest, what they really fear is Meghan's success without their approval. Sarah Ferguson has been divorced for more than 20 years, and yet her life remained tied to royal circles, titles, and even Prince Andrew's shadow. Meghan, on the other hand, had the courage to walk away from comfort, wealth, and royal security just to protect her peace, her husband, and her children. That's what true strength looks like. And while the palace and the royal rota continue to push their narratives, they know deep down that they cannot control Meghan Markle. They've tried, they've smeared, they've twisted stories, but nothing works because Meghan continues to rise above it all with grace and focus. Now let's also talk about the bigger picture, how the same machine that attacks Meghan has a pattern. First, they went after Prince Andrew, then Prince Harry, and soon it'll be someone else's turn. The royal media ecosystem thrives on scandal. They pretend to protect the crown, but the truth is, they profit from its downfall. These are the same commentators who secretly wish to dismantle the monarchy, even while pretending to defend it. Their obsession with control is what drives their hostility toward Meghan, a woman who embodies freedom, courage, and progress. She doesn't need the monarchy. She builds her own legacy. She's not chasing royal approval. She's defining modern royalty on her own terms. So when the press tries to draw lazy comparisons between Meghan and Fergie, remember this. Meghan Markle is not Fergie. She is Meghan. Independent, visionary, compassionate, and unstoppable. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to, like, comment, and subscribe to Sussexful for more stories that uncover the truth, celebrate resilience, and stand with Harry and Meghan against the media's double standards. Stay strong, stay kind, and most importantly, stay Sussexful. The Duchess's defiant path is really all about breaking royal conventions. The tumultuous relationship between Duchess Meghan and the traditional royal establishment reveals a profound narrative of independence and personal agency that, honestly, sharply contrasts with historical royal expectations. Unlike previous royal spouses who passively accepted their prescribed roles, Meghan has strategically carved out her own financial and professional identity, deliberately challenging the monarchy's long-standing hierarchical structures. Her commitment to economic self-sufficiency and personal brand building represents a radical departure from the typical royal narrative, where family members historically relied on institutional support and titles for their societal positioning. By choosing to generate her own income through media ventures, production deals, and strategic partnerships, Meghan has effectively signaled a transformative approach to royal membership that threatens the conventional power dynamics within the British royal family's intricate ecosystem. The Royal Reckoning: Meghan's Path to Financial Autonomy. Meghan's radical departure from traditional royal dependency sends shockwaves through the British media establishment, revealing a seismic shift in power dynamics that leaves the palace and royal rota utterly destabilized. By boldly asserting her financial independence, she dismantles centuries of royal protocol, refusing to be tethered to an institutional system that historically controlled and commodified its members. Unlike predecessors who remained financially beholden to the monarchy, Meghan strategically builds her own economic empire through strategic partnerships, media productions, and entrepreneurial ventures, effectively rendering the royal machine's traditional leverage obsolete. Her unapologetic pursuit of personal and professional autonomy not only challenges the royal institution's control mechanisms, but also sends a powerful message about modern female empowerment, striking fear into the heart of an archaic system that thrives on maintaining hierarchical dependencies. The Royal Divorce Dance: A Tale of Divergent Paths. When examining the tapestry of royal divorces, Princess Anne's first husband, Mark Phillips, stands in stark contrast to the more dramatic narrative of Sarah Ferguson. While Phillips quietly retreated from the royal spotlight after their separation, Ferguson has remained a perpetual figure of controversy, maintaining a tumultuous relationship with both her royal status and financial reputation. Her two-decade-long divorce has been characterized by repeated missteps and questionable financial decisions that have continuously challenged the royal establishment's patience. Unlike other royal divorcees who sought discretion, Ferguson has seemingly embraced a path of public spectacle, making her own choices while simultaneously criticizing the very institution that once supported her. Whether through her financial misadventures or her ongoing connection to Prince Andrew, she represents a unique case of a royal ex-spouse who refuses to fade gracefully into the background, instead remaining a persistent and unpredictable character in the ongoing royal drama. The monarchy's media siege: A Royal Reckoning. The bloodthirsty media's assault on the royal family is methodically unfolding, with their ultimate goal of monarchy abolition thinly veiled behind sensationalist headlines. Prince Andrew represents the first domino, already disgraced and marginalized, followed swiftly by Prince Harry, who has become the quintessential target of relentless tabloid scrutiny. These strategic attacks are calculated, designed to erode public sympathy and institutional legitimacy, with Prince William positioned as the final bastion of royal reputation, though his eventual targeting is, according to insider perspectives, an inevitable conclusion. The media's calculated dismantling appears less about individual transgressions and more about systematically undermining the very foundation of royal privilege, exposing each royal figure's vulnerabilities with surgical precision. The independent Duchess Meghan's distinctive royal path. Unlike Sarah Ferguson, who remained tethered to the monarchy's financial lifeline, Meghan Markle represents a dramatically different archetype of royal independence. Her self-sufficiency isn't just a personal choice. It's a strategic declaration that sends tremors through the traditional media landscape. Where previous royal spouses might have been content to exist within the gilded cage of royal dependence, Meghan has brazenly carved her own economic narrative, generating her own wealth through strategic media projects, podcasts, and creative ventures. This financial autonomy fundamentally terrifies the royal establishment and media commentators, who have long relied on controlling narratives about royal family members. By refusing to be financially beholden to the institution, Meghan disrupts centuries of royal protocol, presenting a model of royal membership that is self-determined and unapologetically modern.